So I did a survey on my LinkedIn platform, and here I got the result. So you want me to cover more videos on numerology this year, and yes, I will cover more on Vastu for office and home maybe next year. And in 2024, I will talk about numerology. I've already made videos on basic numerology from number 1 to 9, and these videos are different. In this, I will talk about how to predict timing of any event through numerology. So if you want to know more, stay tuned. For those who are new to my channel, I've already made a series on basic numerology from 1 to 9. And if you have missed, I'm just giving the links in the description box below. And let me recapitulate. Number 1 is for Sun, number 2 is for Moon, 3 is for Jupiter, 4 is for Rahu, 5 is for Mercury, 6 is for Venus, 7 for Ketu, 8 is for Saturn, and 9 is for Mars. In this video, I will talk about the numerology grid. So this is my introductory video on numerology, advanced numerology, in which you can predict anything through the signs of numbers by the timing on your watch. And but before starting with that, I want to make this concept of numerology grid clear to all. Through this, you can know yourself, you can know your child, and you can know what kind of a person he or she is. All you need to do is to grab a pen and a paper and write your date of birth, month, and year, and then you can predict anything about yourself or your child. So let's get started. So, like in Vedic astrology, we have a horoscope. In numerology, you have the numerological grid. And how to make this, you just have to make these boxes and start writing one from the left corner and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, this is your numerological horoscope, and you've got to put your date of birth, month, and year in these boxes. So, you finally get your numerology grid. So this is step number 2. Now you've got to place your date of birth, month, and year in these boxes. You can just round them and to make it more clear. And then you've got to make these arrows. Like these are arrows of, are you an intelligent person? Are you emotional? Are you practical? Are you spiritual? Are you determined? Are you a planner? Do you have willpower in you, or you are just an active person? So how to determine that? The first topmost corner, if there are 3 numbers coinciding, that means you're an intelligent person. The middle arrow means that you're an extremely emotional person. And the last grid means that you are extremely practical person and you don't get emotional when you are dealing with any kind of decisions. So, coming to step number 3, if you have any kind of diagonal combination, that means this arrow is for determination. You will be strongly determined and aim oriented person, full of achievement, ambition, and sometimes little stubborn also and egoistic. And if this arrow is diagonal from the opposite end, that means you will be extremely spiritual person, and you will have a lot of spiritual awareness in your life. You will be a balanced person, and there will be growth through good deeds and truthfulness and dedication. And the last rule, the vertical lines towards the left, means this is the arrow of a planner. Best planners, excellent capacities to handle events comes from this zone. The arrow in the center means that you will have great willpower, and you will be successful in all major works of your life because you will be extremely organized person. And the last arrow of activity. That means such a person extremely active and expressive and maintains a healthy lifestyle by working out and is a gym freak. And such people, they always demand peace and prefer outdoor activities. So with this method, you can determine what kind of a person you are, your child is, and stop comparing your child to others. So let me explain with the help of an example. Make the numerology grid. Let's suppose your birthday is on 12th of April 1985. So you just mark your date of birth, your month of birth, and 19. In this, one is getting repeated, so you can just put an arrow. 1985. So what do you predict about such a person? So there are two arrows being formed. The first arrow is of the arrow of emotions. So such a person will be extremely emotional. The second thing we predict about this person is the arrow of determination. And such a person will be determined in his or her pursuits towards one's goal. So we got two major traits, emotional and determined. And just because one is getting repeated in this chart, so one represents planet sun, so that means this person will also be little bit of stubborn, egoistic, and no doubt he or she will have a lot of leadership qualities in him. So this is the way to predict. So let me give you one more example. In case no arrows are being formed in the chart, then how to predict? Let's suppose you're born on 3rd of March 2003. So 3rd March, March is also number 3. So and 2003, so that means 3 is getting repeated thrice in this chart and there are no arrows formed. So what do you predict? So if we see that this person is ruled by number 3, number 3 is Jupiter, and this kind of person might be very wise but needs a little bit of planning, because if the grid is formed, the arrow is formed, that is of planning, but it is incomplete because only 2 numbers are getting filled in that area. So that means this person can do well with little bit of planning in his life. So this was my brief video on numerology grid, and I hope you liked my video. And stop comparing your kids with their friends. Every child is special, and you need to see what your child is good at, capable of, and then plan the future of your child according to it, because you need to have a vision gives you a goal, and then you take action. Only after that you get success. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Wish you all a very happy Lori. Stay blessed, be happy. See you next time. Bye bye.